Hi, I'm doing some jelly prints this morning, so I thought I would just do a real quick video here of how I do the magazine resist technique. What you do is you take a magazine picture that has good contrast, like this one. It doesn't have to be black and white, it can be in color. And we're going to use that as a way to transfer the design onto another paper. So let me just go ahead and do it. So I use, I prefer black paint when I'm doing it, but you certainly can use any other color. Dark colors work really well. So what I'm going to do is just put just kind of a medium coat on here. I don't want it too thick. So if it looks a little thick like it does right now, I'm just going to roll off some on a paper. I want it to be smooth, even. If I feel my roller sliding around on there, I know I've got too much on there. You can kind of see, because of the reflection here, how much paint there is. Just a nice even coat. So now I'm going to take my image, which is this one. I think this is going to come out really great. So let's put that down here, and I'm thinking about where the face is and everything, so I want to kind of get it on there so that I don't lose parts of it. So you don't want to try to have any bubbles now, because that's going to distort the image. So you want to just press from the inside out, get all the way to the corners, press firmly. I have a fan going right now to help this paint dry, because the next step, it needs to dry for a few seconds or a minute. Okay, so that's pretty good. So now I'm just going to lift it up. And okay, it looks like I'm going to get a pretty good image here. I don't know if you can see it very well, but you can kind of see the face right in there. So I want to let that paint dry. It doesn't take too long. I basically just kind of look at it, and if it still looks shiny, it's not dry. And see here, it's not dry. But while we're waiting for that, I'll just show you a few others that I did this morning. This one came out really good. So I use, I have some women's magazines. They're probably 10, 20 years old. Like Vogue, Mademoiselle, Claire, those big, thick ones, you know, the ones that are really big. This one didn't come out so good. I used burnt umber instead of black, and of course I lost some detail when I printed it on this music paper. This is actually an image from a book. It's pretty faded, but I like it. Here is my favorite one. I'll show it to you. This one came out really nice and clear. A lot of good contrast. And some people say you can use the same magazine image more than once. I did try it, and this was my second print on that same image, which isn't terrible, but it isn't as clear as the first one. Okay, so the paint looks like it's dry. I see that it's dull looking, not shiny anymore. So now for the second step, I want to use a light color. And you can mix colors. I don't like to just stick with one, but I'm going to use a little of this buff color. This is actually, I don't normally buy golden paints, but this is Titan Buff, so it was given to me. And let's use something else with it, and this is just some cheap Walmart paint. It works great. This one's actually a little thin. Hope it comes out okay. So I'm just going to roll on the color gently. I don't want to roll too hard because I don't want to lift up that ink that is left behind for the resist. So it looks a little thick. I just want a nice even coat. Good. So I'm just going to do it on white paper so it shows up better, but certainly you can do it on deli paper. like I had some music paper or magazine, book pages that have printing on them. If it's a thicker paper, like something kind of glossy, might work okay. So I'm really going to rub this down good so I can get that design really picked up. Okay, let's see how it came out. Oh, yeah, that's good. Came out nice and clear. So I like it. And I'm probably going to do a few more. Let's see, here's another one I did. I kind of, I cut the tops of their heads off. Let's see, got any others? Here's one. This one came out pretty good, but when I was adding the second color, some of the black lifted off right in the face area, so that's too bad. But it's okay. So, and then I did a few others this morning, just using some stencils and texture, and I kind of like the way they came out. I tried printing on onion skin. The results weren't that great. I can still use this in collage, but I'm not real happy with it. This was on like newsprint, which came out pretty nice. I used some metallics. I like to use metallics when I'm playing. And let's see if there's anything else here that's worth looking at. See, here's one I did earlier. This didn't come out very good. Okay, so anyway, here's some printing on a book page or something like that. I do envelopes also. All right, that's it. Thanks.